If you're not happy already, chances are you will never be. Not real. Look, happiness is found in the courage to change what we can't control and the wisdom to accept what we cannot change. Let's dive deeper into these two concepts. Things within our control, such as studying for an exam, going to the gym, or learning a new skill. Failing to follow through on these commitments can result in sadness and misery because we couldn't achieve the goals we set for ourselves. Procrastinating on tasks we can't control often leads to sadness as we fall short of our standards and goals. This behavior can be attributed to a lack of self-control or self-discipline. Self-discipline is when your conscience tells you to do something and you don't talk back. In other words, self-discipline is when your conscience urges you to act, and you don't engage in self-defeating excuses, such as feeling bad, lacking motivation, or not being in the mood to work. Instead, the appropriate response is to recognize that waiting for the right mood is unnecessary, as waiting for the right mood is an endless wait. By attending to responsibilities, your mood and positive feelings will naturally follow, and it will provide you with a sense of accomplishment. Setting aside the fact that happiness itself demands emotional control. As I worked on this video, there were times when I didn't feel motivated, but that didn't stop me, and it shouldn't stop you either. However, is this determination alone enough to ensure a fulfilling and happy life? Many successful people achieve their goals, yet remain unhappy, leaving us to ponder the problem, which leads us to the second concept, things beyond our control. These include dreams of attending a specific college, landing a particular job, or pursuing an unattainable person. In such cases, we cannot have what we desire, at least not in the immediate moment. Often we have little to no influence over these situations, which makes them even more challenging and desirable. However, what we can do is to learn how to coexist with our unmet desires without forming unhealthy attachments. We often come across the concept of the attachment, which suggests avoiding all desires to escape pain. And in my opinion, this makes life dull, and it takes away the rich spectrum of emotions like joy, love, fear, and even sadness. To love is to suffer, and there can be no love otherwise, Dostoevsky. In reality, life is a blend of emotions, and the goal isn't to prevent pain at any cost. Suffering for things play a vital role in our lives and provide meaning. If we were to magically fulfill all our desires, what purpose would life hold? We desire suffering as much as happiness, if not more. Man only likes to count his troubles, but he does not count his joys. People tend to focus on their troubles rather than their blessing. And in my personal experience, I've even observed that when I lack problems or desires to complain about or worry over, I often create them to infuse meaning into my day-to-day life. We often chase things we don't want, and we dread things we truly want. This perspective aims to shed light on the complexity of happiness and suggests that perhaps we don't desire it as much as we claim.